I think we also have to acknowledge that we do live in a very unequal society, and that, in fact, for some people, to be able to die in a hospice or a hospital is preferable because the home circumstances are so poor that it's really not a place to care for someone and give them a good, you know, good quality care. And
That is a, yeah.
many of these conversations are conversations of the privileged. I do want this, I don't want that, is very different to, sorry, it's not available.
Mm.
And I think we need to just be mindful of that within our local context as well.
That is so interesting, Margie. I have a very dear friend who died of cancer, and her and I worked in the aged care sector together for many, many years. Dear friend. And we always had this thing about not wanting to die in hospital. And right at the end, she said, I want to go to hospital. And I said, but, we had a deal. And she said, the deal changed
Yeah.
now. And it was so fascinating. I could walk the road with her, where she just said, I've nursed maybe, but I felt safe there.
Yeah.
And that's the fear of how am I going to die?
Yeah.
If it's all, the angels singing at home, that's different. But if you have stage 4 cancer, you want to know, or in her case, she just said, I would feel safer to die in hospital at the last, literally 48 hours. I found that very interesting. But yeah, as you say, I often find with a spouse saying, I don't want to die in our house, in our bed. I don't want to leave my spouse with that idea. Or then, as you say, when there's no hot water or electricity, that, maybe it is better for someone to die. But it's so individual. It's as Lindley says, it is so context related, demands and context. It's all about the context. And we can only know the context if we know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Helene Smith says it's often extremely traumatic for the remaining family members to continue living in the house where the loved one has died. That's why every single individual is different, have different needs, different realities, and why, as you again say, I want to get back to that. It's not as simple as filling out a form.